Oh, good morning, gang. Here is part 3 of the inchworm method on the chicken tractor poultry fence moving. Um, as I reset it up, as you can see, I've got that chicken tractor really close to that fence. It's only going to be that way for a few hours actually, because I'll be moving the chicken tractor this morning, but I haven't done it yet. So let's see how the birds do as we encourage them to come out this morning, and see how it goes. Good morning, gang. You ready to come out? You ready to come on out? Come on. Come on. Okay, come on, girls. You can follow him. Follow the leader. Let's go. Come on, girls. They landed right there in that corner. It's a little close, but it won't be that bad next time. Come on, girls. There you go. You're a smart one. Now just walk out. You gonna stay in there? You gonna come on out? Come on, Copper Top. Okay, I'll let you girls stay in there. Oh, there you are, Copper Top. Come on out. Okay. Now, one of the things, this is a piece of scrap fiberglass panel. I tied that up because we were getting a lot of wind blowing in from that direction, and it was getting water in on my feeder. And so I put that panel up a year or two ago, and that's helped. And on the roost, you can see I've got it going into a 2x2, and then I've got a nail that goes through the rebar and through the 2x4 or the 2x2. It's wired together because it was scrap wood and was splitting anyway. I did it that way because the birds will only roost where there is the wood. They won't roost where there is the rebar, and so it keeps the poop and stuff off of places I don't want it. I built that little shelf with my original birds, which were white leghorns. So that little poop shelf is a little too narrow for my bigger Australorp, so I lose a little bit more of it onto the ground. But it's due to come in and get harvested, and basically it's just a couple pieces of wood. It's some on sale cheap floor vinyl, and I just slide it down and scrape it off and put it into a bucket and mix it with wood chips or wood shavings, and I've got the makings for some nice compost base. On the door, I didn't have a hinge, so here is my fancy door hinge. It's what I call a bungee loop, and that bungee loop keeps the door open. Now, it's on uneven ground. If you can see, I'm trying to hold that upright, and you can see on the left side that the chicken tractor's not vertical, so it's trying to pull the door closed. So I just put a little piece of wood on the screw up here. So when I let the birds out in the morning, I just tip that piece of wood down. And so no matter what happens as far as the wind or whatever, they're never going to get locked out of being able to get back into the chicken tractor. So they're wondering what I'm doing here, because I usually just let them go and then I go on about my chores. Well, girls, you got to get yourself some earthworms and some bugs and some fresh grass. These girls provide me the prettiest orange yolked eggs you've ever seen in your life. And so now I'm standing here at the corner of the chicken tractor, and you can look down the side. I put in the step-in posts, and I've got that little alleyway. And you can see how the grass right down here in front is a bit longer than it was behind. And when I move them later today, they will have stomped down some of that. And by the time I get to the other end, even though I will not have been able to cut that grass, they will keep it mowed down enough so that I'll be able to move the chicken tractor all the way out. I wanted to share a couple of other ideas with you that I've gotten from online. I love to learn, and you know, you can always learn something from anybody if you keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth shut. So this is actually a step-in post technique that Russ Wilson mentioned on one of his videos. He's a sustainable farmer up in Pennsylvania. If you get a chance, check out his website. He's very imaginative. He's always repurposing things. But if you can see that I'm now facing the fence directly, and you can see that fence post, that step-in post, is at a 45-degree angle, because you can just then go and hook it like that. The other thing that you can do, especially when you're running single wire or double wire temporary paddock divisions, you can take, and bear with me here, I'm still learning to work with the camera, but you can take this post, and even with this poultry fence, because it's turned at a 45, I can pull it up, and then, well, this is hooked up right there on the corner, but I hope you could see that on the camera. You can just pull the step-in post up, rotate it in your hand, and slide it off. So he's got a video where he shows how he's doing that when he's doing his temporary paddocks. And there's some good information there. The other thing I wanted to share with you that I was doing all wrong is with my actual step-in posts with the fencing. Now, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this one-handed with the camera, so as you can see, that prong is sticking out a little bit. And and it's actually not as bad as it used to be, because I've learned a new technique. You can also see that the metal spike is much longer than the fiberglass composite spike in the back. Here's a technique that I've started using, and I'll try and show it to you so you can see. So that metal spike in the front is much longer. It's already on the ground, and as you can see, the composite spike's not. So what I'll do is I'll usually use two hands. I'm going to try and do it one-handed here with the weight on my foot. But what I'll try and do is I'm going to shift that pole, bottom of that pole, towards me. So that bottom is coming towards me a little bit, and push it down and get the spike in. And that's much easier to do with two hands on the post. And then push it down. And what that's doing is that's keeping that metal spike from getting pushed out over time. And it also makes it much easier to get the post upright and to have it stay, so it's not tending to lean forward or backwards. So that was with one hand, so bear with me here just a minute, and this is going on long enough, and we're going to go ahead and sign off. But don't those birds look happy? He takes such good care of those girls. And so let me get off and let me get on with my chores for the day. And I hope you have a blessed day. Bye now.